everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the 1 Point Safety Show at a slightly adjusted time this week. We're making moves for Scouse to come off IR and get himself fit and ready for practice. So we appreciate everyone who's joining us ready on a Wednesday night, which is a little bit strange. But speaking of Scouse, I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Scouse Andy. How are you, bud? You all right, mate?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. How are things with yourself?
All good, full of cold still, as is most of the office. But apart from that, we're all kind of spreading it around and giving it to each other at the minute. It's bizarre. It's like, I don't know if it's this supposed new strain of COVID or who knows what's going on. But whatever it is, it still hasn't left my system. So I must have a weak immune system. Maybe that's what it
just
is.
stay away from me. Sorted.
Yeah, fair enough. As always, mate, we'll go through our sponsors. Dunstable Town FC's Talk of the Town podcast, where they're sponsor for the season. Go and give them a watch if you're into non-league football, or you can also watch Carlisle United because they're shit and in non-league, so it is what it is. There you go. Oddballs as well. We're sponsored graciously by Oddballs. You can go to myoddballs.com, go and have a look at some pants, some hats, all that sort of stuff. You can go and have a look at them. Also sponsored by Fusion Therapeutics, which is northwich-physio.co.uk. They provide expert MSK assessments and treatments with a focus on holistic care, dedicated to improving your well-being through tailored musculoskeletal health plans. Team offer specialist injection therapy, non-medical, independent prescribing. So if you're in the Northwest, Manchester or the Cheshire area, give the team a call on 01606 512 013, or you can book online and the team will be happy to advise you further on this affordable treatment solution. Also do red light therapy, which is really cool and popular to help regenerate your cells, so it's definitely worth looking into that. And they do loads of little bites. So if you're on their socials, go and give their socials a follow. They do little pop-ups, and it's worth looking at them. So if you're suffering from anxiety, all sorts of different bits and pieces, there's lots of health benefits on there and ways that they can help. Also, go across to bleedingburgundy.com if you're into the right inside of Commanders football. You want to read a bit more print. We've got guest writers on there, so go across and give us a shout. Hi, James and Deluxe, the usual suspects are in the chat, Scouse. Always nice of them to join us, but they seem to be on every single podcast, so fair play to you guys, because Arch, it's great to obviously meet you this year, and James the year before, mate, so we appreciate you being here. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously if the chat doesn't run, the show doesn't run, and it's just me speaking to you, Scouse, which is no good, mate. But yeah, we do appreciate you being here.
I mean, I don't know about you. I know people don't listen to you, really. They all tune in for me.
They're all for you, yeah.
They're all coming for me, man. And we all know it. We all know it.
Your head, mate, must be not for your ego. It must be the size of this oversized jersey that I've picked up, mate. It's also the size of my head as well. Yeah. I wasn't going to go there, mate. I wasn't going to go there.
Always get them. I'm always waiting for the slide digs. I'm always catching strays.
Catching strays, yeah.
Always catching them.
The Washington Commanders have signed veteran wide receiver. I don't know if it's Robbie Chosen or Chosen Anderson to the practice squad. Obviously, Robbie Anderson, as I know him. I mean, I'm not going to try and disrespect him, but whatever he wants to be called, he can be called. We've had Prince, or the artist formerly known as Prince. So, whatever you want to be called, mate, is entirely up to you.
Well, he isn't the chosen one, is he? Let's face it. I think that's the reason why he changed his name, because he thought he was a chosen one. But really, mate, you just bang average, and now you're 32. I mean, you're on your way out. I mean,
32 years old, yeah.
This guy ain't moving the needle for anyone, man.
So his career is he was with the New York Jets for 3 years, Carolina Panthers for 2 years, Arizona Cardinals for a season.
He was good at the Panthers. I give him that. He was good at the Panthers. But
Miami Dolphins for a season. Then he went to the 49ers practice squad. Then he went back to the Dolphins and played for the Dolphins. Then 49ers practice squad this year, and he's just signed for us currently, but it's only obviously to the practice squad. He has 379 receptions and 5,082 yards, 30 receiving touchdowns over his career. He was an undrafted free agent as well, so he wasn't a drafted pick. Obviously, as you said, doesn't move the needle, but look, we know where we are with our wide receiver stocks at the minute, mate. We are struggling.
It sucks, man.
So, obviously, you know what I mean? We are struggling with injuries. We're struggling with people coming up from the practice squad. Tay Martin didn't show out. Chris Moore, we'll get into that. Not very good. Man. So, Is it a move? Is it better than what we had?
I mean,
I'm not sure.
yeah, better than what we've had. I mean, you look at the receiver, Terry's house, and you've seen a difference, man. You've seen a difference in pain. As in pain for us, as in like as the fans, not their own pain.
Not to our own pain. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because as soon as he's out the way, you see the difference. Like, yes, okay, Terry hasn't done much this season, we know that, but him just being on the field, you got to equate for him, and now they don't. So because of that, it's like, oh yeah, Debo had to be wide receiver 1 / some running back thing, and you know what I mean. It was just kind of a great catch and score. Don't get me wrong for the touchdown he did get, but it's just like, man, this is not sustainable. If you want to win in the league, you can't have a receiving core like this crap.
No, I know, I'm with you.
You look at it. I mean, there is sparks with Jalen Lane, so I do like a little bit what he's bringing to the table. But he is having a few drops as well, so it's kind of annoying me. Okay, he actually dropped a couple on punt returns as well, hadn't he? But he got away with it.
Yeah, he did. He fumbled a couple, didn't he?
So he's got an issue there with his hands a little bit. Luke is starting to look out a little bit better, but he scored a good touchdown, but then never saw him again the whole game. I think he had 2 receptions the whole match, and it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's just kind of like, do you not trust these guys? I mean, we put 27 points up, so you think, well, that's
it.
All.
That's it. I mean,
that's good enough. If we had a solid defense, we'd actually probably would have won that game. But
I would have thought so.
Obviously, we'll go through to it. But with the receivers, it's just like, I think we've neglected that area quite a lot. I understand you go, oh, well, we've got draft picks. We used Luke, and we've got Jalen Lane and these guys, but the thing is, though, these aren't guys that were going to be hitting the ground running and going to be true difference makers. Because there's certain guys in drafts that you think, if you get this guy's going to be legit. And we have had chances.
Emeka Ibuka, you're like,
we had chances to get these guys. I know we've got loads of holes, so that's the reason why we didn't go for a receiver at those potential points, but. I was reading somewhere, I think I was reading on Twitter a bit before, and I think I took a snapshot of it about wide receivers. And it says, Adam Peters is brought in to play with Daniels. We've had 5 top 100 picks last year. We had over 60 million in cap in both off seasons, right? Of Peters' reign. And these are the receivers we've had. Martavius Bryant, Debo, Noah Brown, who's injury prone, Gallup, Zacchaeus, Crowder, Robbie Chosen. You know what I mean? It's like, these guys just don't. And then we're talking like, yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? And obviously that's not all of them. That's just a few of the guys that just aren't at it. Just aren't it. It's just like, oh, mate. I mean, Debo's solid, don't get me wrong, but 20 million a year, you think he's good value for now, but, you probably won't be able to do it next year or the year after because, he's getting a bit older and stuff like that. So it's just not. It's not
sustainable currently.
Is it? We're not going to win. We're not going to. Our receivers aren't going to show out and beat these cornerbacks regularly. This ain't going to happen. So,
agreed. Other moves that we've made: Javonte Jean-Baptiste, edge rusher, has been moved to IR with a torn pec. There is no indication to say he is out all season, but we know how that goes. He's out all season. There's no real chance that he's going to come back.
6 month. Usually a 4 to 6 month injury, depending on how bad the tear is. So,
cornerback Antonio Hamilton's been signed to the active roster from the practice squad. Again, no, it makes no difference whatsoever.
Not going to scare anybody, that is it?
No. We opened the 21-day window for Sam Cosmi today, which is good news to say that we're going to get him back at some point. So roster spot needs to come in for Sam, which is where we're going to go with that.
Well, it's going to be the people like Hamilton going back down again.
That's what of course it is. I mean, most likely, or a Tay Martin or somebody like that we've maybe brought up. But I think we actually have space on the roster already. I think we're actually at 88. So I think there's only 2 spots already available because of IR designations. So it's one of them where you go.
Well, it's a 53-man roster nowadays, mate.
Sorry, where did they get that from? Must be 51 players then, rather than 53. Don't know what I was doing there. I was thinking 90-man for some reason. And then obviously the other moves we've made. I mean, I don't know if you saw Jaden Daniels' press conference and DQ's press conference today, obviously saying that Jaden Daniels is basically trending the right way. He's pretty much going to play on Sunday, which is good news. John Bates is trending the right way. Terry's trending the right way. Noah Brown, no real news on Noah Brown. But it's looking better on the injury front, mate, which is a good thing. Obviously, injury report, I suppose. There is no official injury report yet because they're going out to California earlier in the week. So they're having a practice session in the Coliseum. They're going to use that and go down and spend a bit more time down there. So injury reports have been a bit lacking this week. But what I have got so far is it's saying that JD is questionable, Percy Butler is questionable, Noah Brown's questionable, John Bates is questionable. Obviously, John Baptiste, we talked about him going on IR. And then Terry, Commanders coach Dan Quinn, said that McLaurin Quadricep is among the injured players who are trending in the right direction. That is it. That is all we've got from an injury report perspective. So,
see, I mean, I kind of get why they want to be a bit vague with injuries. Because, you don't want other teams to know exactly what's going on with a player. But
yeah, I get it.
But it's kind of like, I thought the rule was that you should be telling us, like, that is the rule. Like, you got. That's why you have these lists every day.
Every day,
it is a rule of, like, you must let us know all your players if they are injured, they're going to be put on the list. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, and it's just kind of a. I've actually lost a bit of trust in how Washington perceive it.
I do too, especially around the rib injuries with
rib
Jaden.
Injury for Jaden. And then,
which is a broken rib.
And now this knee sprain. It's very generic. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's knee sprain. We don't know exactly what it is. I mean, what happens if he's got because obviously we're only speculating because you don't know. What happens if he's got a partially torn ACL?
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know, do you? Because you didn't told us. And the thing is, and you could tear that first game back. Do you see what I mean? And he's out for the season 9 months later. Because we'll be all panicking. If it is a partial ACL, what happens there? Do you see what I mean? Like, it's just as I mentioned before about ACLs and PCLs, they're only partially torn. They actually get you to play on it until they tear it fully, and then they can fully replace it.
Yeah, because you can't replace it.
But you can't repair it. You can't repair it. It doesn't work. It's tried it. It doesn't work. So, but that might be something that they obviously know about, but we don't know. And Jaden's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'll give it the big one. But the thing is, we don't know. That's the thing. So we're always kind of guessing, which is, I get it, but it's not what it's supposed to be anyway.
It's tough, isn't it? Because it's like, we want to know a little bit more, but he doesn't want to give the game away as well, and I get that. I get it from both sides of the coin, but it's a tough one. Anyway, mate, we'll get into the review. So review of the 34-27 loss to the Falcons. I will come back to James's question in a second. I've started it. We've not forgot about you, mate, so we'll get to that. Really, what went well? So the things I've put down for what went well is I thought the O-line played pretty well. No real mistakes. Didn't notice the fact that it was, Chris Paul again playing at guard. I thought he had a very good game. I thought Conley actually had probably his best game for us that he's had. 27 points from a backup quarterback. You should be winning that game. You know what I mean? You really should be winning that game with 27 points. I thought special teams played well. Kicker, Matt Gay nailed every kick, 2 over 50 yards was it as well. So, you can't.
One
was definitely over 50.
Gay, even though he's terrifying seeing him coming out onto the pitch. You know what I mean? But I say he hit everything.
Reliable.
He had a great game.
Yeah, so you can't question it this week and say, what's he doing for work? What he shouldn't be here. You can't do that. And then Luke looked very good, got a touchdown, obviously, as you discussed earlier. And then Sinnott as well, I thought had a decent game. It was good blocking. You saw him out there doing some blocking.
Yeah.
And I think the penalties, you can argue the toss with them. You can say, well, actually, he got a penalty, but so did Zach Ertz, so did lots of other people. It happens through the game.
For me, for me, it's, and I think coaches as well is the same thing. It's kind of like pre-snap penalties should be a no-no, really.
Yeah,
you should be setting up right. You shouldn't be false starting. You should, what I mean? All these things, it shouldn't be happening. Like, you can get caught for a hold. You get caught for a hand in the face or holding or whatever. Yeah. I mean, that's bad enough. But, It's the pre-snap ones that kill people, as in like really annoys coaches more than anything else. Yeah.
So I suppose we'll answer James's question there if you want to pop it up on the screen, Scouse. So James has asked, for those who are listening through the audio format, he said, why do you think we played Wagner and Lattimore 100% of the snaps? What's changed from last season that they now need to play every snap? Scouse, do you want to take that one on, or do you want me to take that one on? I don't mind either.
I don't actually know. I don't know the reason why they're playing these guys that much. I've got a big bone to pick with Joe Witt at the moment. I mean, his scheming and his play calling's awful. Like it genuinely is.
Agree.
I think this guy should be booted out. I should have got booted out a couple of games ago, to be honest, because it hasn't got any better. It's actually got worse. It actually feels worse. And don't forget, I understand that Atlanta are quite talented on offense. They've got some really good players, Bijan and Drake London, and these guys couldn't score anything against the Panthers last week. Zero. Couldn't get anywhere. Now, of course, they were always going to have a bounce back game. You weren't going to get that again. We know that because NFL players are too proud in that respect. Do you know what I mean? Like if you lay a big time egg like that, you're always going to play well the next game. You still might lose it, but you're still going to play. You're going to play a lot better. So I expected the backlash, to be fair, but our defense, mate, is shocking. I mean, I don't understand why he's trying to play. He's playing Lattimore every snap, and he's getting toasted regularly.
Yeah,
he's losing his confidence. You can see that. And
so
then
let's have a conversation about Lattimore then.
And B-Wags.
Yeah, sorry, we'll get in. You carry on, mate. No, you talk.
No, B-Wags keep getting played in coverage.
Yeah, it's wild.
Why is he up against Bijan in the flat? Like what's going on there? Bobby Wagner is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Oh, 100%.
But even in his prime, he was never good in coverage.
No, he wasn't amazing.
He was never good in coverage. That's why I can't chance next to him, because he was. Yeah? Do you see what I mean? Like it just made sense. You play him the way he's a tackling machine. You play him. Are you supposed to play him closer to the line of scrimmage, reading the quarterback? Yeah. No. Let's just play him in coverage against these fucking running backs. No. Piss poor from Witt.
That's the scheme. That is purely down to scheme. Why is he dropping out in coverage? Why is? But then there's other things there.
It doesn't make sense, man. Let's play to our weaknesses. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I mean, that's why I think Witt's got to go, because he's trying to outsmart himself or outthink the thinker or whatever the hell it is. But he's just not getting it right, man. It's poor.
I don't disagree with you. I think his scheme has been poor. Lattimore, I think they're playing him because they have to justify the trade. I also think they're playing him because he must have some sort of leadership role within that backfield. I don't particularly see that, because he seems to be a bit of a loner and a bit of a not about himself, but he doesn't seem to come across as that I'm that leader in that locker room. B-Wags is totally different. He is basically that coach on the field at middle linebacker. And to be honest with you, I don't think they trust the other linebackers that they've got in this team. And I don't know if that's a recruitment fault or if it's rookies. I mean, Jordan McGee is never, ever on the field. I've heard nothing but praise about Jordan McGee for 2 years. But where is he? You can find him on the side of a milk carton because he's missing. You know what I mean? Honestly, there is nobody there. He is not around. And then you think, then you got Kane Medrano, who can't tackle. And it's not Kane's fault, but he's struggled in college at tackling. He struggled in the preseason at tackling. That's not what you really want on the field when you've got a tackling problem. Do you know what I mean?
Then it's like, got a tackling problem at the moment.
And then, am I going to play Cahill? Probably not. You know what I mean?
It's weak. It's weak. That's easy. You see, it's always good when you always preseason and the off season. It's always about you've got this bubble of we've got good players, man. We got talent, because you keep getting fed it by the ownership, by the DQ and the coaches, and then also with the beat reporters. You're thinking, these guys, we've got some real talent here. He's like the Medranos. This guy's talented. How quick he is. You know what I mean? But then when it comes down to it, but then when it comes down to it all, it's that our guys against somebody else's guys, our team isn't that good. Let's face it, man for man, a lot of our players aren't good enough. I mean, if we had, as we mentioned earlier, or not today, but a while back, if all our team stayed healthy, yeah, we're a solid team. But as you say, we're decimated with injuries, and you can really tell the difference in the quality of player coming through. It's absolute shite.
So I've got here is what went poor. I've got defense, Lattimore tackling Joe Witt. They were my dude. They were my 4. Sorry, Carr's just gone 2-1 up. Big Georgie Kelly, get in. No, I mean positives. That's what I'm saying. What went poor? So let's break it down then. The defense. Was it all about the back end? No. I thought defensive ends wise they played okay. I thought the interior 2 weren't bad. Did we go against the rush? We seem to abandon the rush at times when you're thinking, right, this is a time where you need to rush 6. You know, I watched Kansas City on Red Zone against Baltimore, and they absolutely blitzed the shit out of them. And I'm like, you know what? That's what you needed to do in that situation. And you got to Lamar.
Defense,
I know it's Spags.
That's what he
I know
does.
it's Spags. But why isn't Witt doing that when you know you need to stop? You know, you're looking at, all right, it's okay. It's 2nd and 14. Brilliant, right? We're going to get off the field here. We can't get off the field. You know, it's like, what the hell are we doing, Scouts? How many times on Sunday were you like, yeah, we're good on first down. Great stuff. Okay, 2nd down. All right, it's back to first down again.
Yeah.
You know, not even seeing 3rd down.
You have to scheme aggressively. You've got to be willing to take, you know, a burn
risk,
play.
Really?
Yeah, you've got to take a risk at that. You've got to take a risk. If you keep playing soft, teams will dice you up. Mm-hmm. You know, if the quarterback's getting time, he will dice you up either way. It doesn't matter if he gets time, he's just going to wait for someone to get up because no one can keep covered all the time. No, it's more than like 2 or 3, more than 3 to 4 seconds, whatever it is. After that, the receivers are normally gone. The corner can't keep up with them. You know, that's just how it is. So if Penix is there, that's chilling, which he has done a lot in that game. You know, it was kind of, oh, nice. I'll just pick that. So are you playing zone? I'll just play underneath to that guy. I'll just do this. I'll get Bijan on the flat. I'll get Algier over here. You know, it's great when you got 2 quality running backs like they do because you can use them in the flats. You can use them as receivers, and it does make a big difference. And obviously, Pitts destroyed us, which Pitts doesn't really do much, as we know for the whole season. He's a big bust. I knew he was going to tear us up. You know, there's only one tight end we've really stopped this year, and that was last week. But that was because he was playing
injured. He's injured.
Yeah. If he was 100% healthy, he would have destroyed us as well. So, you know, it's awful.
Speaking of that, then there's you're right. It's matchups. Speaking of that, Scouts, this back end, cornerback room, DBs, whatever you want to call it. I'm looking at simple motion and thinking, how on earth is Joe Witt being scared, or you're outfoxing a defensive coordinator by simple motion? The motion is going, and it's always a wide receiver 2 or the tight end. Tight end 1 or wide receiver 2. Tucker Kraft destroyed us. Brock Bowers didn't get a look in. Fair enough. But then you look at Pitts. Yeah, he's absolutely destroyed us again. And I think, hang on a minute. How are we getting caught out by simple motion? And during that simple motion, it always seems to be Lattimore on there. And they're playing soft coverage. You have the best or one of the so-called best press men corners in the entire league. And you're deciding, I know, we'll play soft coverage, almost prevent defense, and will allow 4 to 5 yards of separation off the motion. What are we fucking doing, Scouts? What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's scheme. It's scheme and play calling. That's what it is, man.
If me and you can see it 4,500 miles away from a stadium on a fucking couch, how can Joe Witt not see this in a booth? I don't understand.
I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. Like I just don't.
Do you know what? I even think to myself, have we got the old defensive coordinator back? Do you know what I mean? Is it?
Oh no, which one? Which one?
Who was with Ron?
Del Rio.
Jack Del Rio. We got Jack Del Rio back in disguise because
it feels like it. Because he played a lot of soft coverage as well.
He did.
So I mean, and this is the thing. mean, I get it from a. Actually, I don't get it. To be fair, I'm trying to help Wit out here, and I can't because it's just kind of a case of what's the end game here? Like what are we actually trying to do on defense? Like, what's the identity of the defense? We don't know what it is. Before it was last year, it was, pressure. It was Luvu getting in there.
Yeah.
And there was a lot more going on from that angle. Nowadays, it's kind of like, well, what have we got? We don't know what we're playing. We're playing, as you say, we're playing scheme guys that aren't really doing well in the scheme that we're playing. As you mentioned, the press man corners, but they're playing zone. Amos is doing the best he can out there. He's our best coverage guy. In
absolutely.
Corner, as a corner, and he's doing okay. But again, he's banged up as well. He's playing banged up. We're just not.
Yes, it was Jimmy Haslett. Yeah.
We're just not using and utilizing the players' skill sets the way it should be.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to put in players in the best positions is what they said they were going to do. I'm not seeing that.
Exactly, that's what I thought, because that's what they said when they first came to the team. They said we're going to put our best players, best position to win, to play well. Okay, then. So why are you playing Lattimore in zone? Why are you playing Wagner in zone? You know what I mean? It's in zone coverage. What are you doing? Like these guys don't play that. So what do you do? We'll play that. It doesn't make sense. So sometimes you got to. I understand you got to try and match up against the offense and what's going to try and work better in this situation. Blah blah blah. But the thing is, sometimes you just got to be who you are. And like we mentioned Spags before, we know what he's going to do. He's very aggressive defensive coordinator. They're going to blitz, but 80% of the time, that's what they do.
You know what they're going to do. Vic Fangio offense, don't you, as well? You know what I mean? You beat it? What's going to happen?
Yeah, you know what's going to happen. Can you beat it? Are you good enough to beat it? And that's it. It's not like, I'm going to keep changing out and changing and trying to outthink people and do this. No, this is what we do. This is what we are. This is what we're good at. Let's go after them. Or whatever the system is. It might not be that everyone's a blitzing team, you know what I mean? But it's kind of, we don't know what we are. Like, what are we as a defense?
We're
trying to stop the run. Okay, well, we're trying to stop the run. We're focusing more on that and to be fair, up until this week, the running backs didn't really blow us out in any of the games we played until this week. But again, a lot of it was obviously, again, flats and stuff like that. So technically it's receiving more than rushing. But it's still, if that's the only thing that Witt's really focused on, then he's lost the plot, because the rest of it is just fell apart. The whole rest of let's say the back line, the actual, the DBs at the back, like, what are they doing? Like, why are they so far away if that's the case? Let them take the deep shot, try and beat us deep, go on. Let's play a bit further up. Let's put some pressure on. But we never did that. As you say, we played soft a lot of the time, and it's just, it doesn't correlate well in the NFL.
It doesn't. And I mean, I'm looking at this and thinking, as you just said there, there's a few points you brought up, and I thought to myself, Scouts, you're absolutely right in what you're saying. We've gone away from being a decent team against the pass last year to now giving up 500 and odd yards in 2 games. It's like, what has happened? I mean, and
we thought we got better as in players, talent wise. We thought we got better than last year as well on defense.
Absolutely. I mean,
that's a worry.
You've got a wide receiver 3 scoring a hat trick of touchdowns last week for Vegas.
Yeah,
and then it's like,
do you know what he got this week?
None, 0 was it? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. He got 1 catch. That was it.
What? Yeah, okay. Well, I knew it was
no touchdown, nothing. Just 1 catch, about 8 yards. I think it was. That was it. That guy torched us.
And then you've got a team who.
Tucker.
Tucker. Yeah, that was it. You've got a team who haven't scored a point against Carolina and have got blown out. Their fans were waiting to get rid of him, to absolutely go wild on Raheem Morris. And what will we do? We'll lay an egg. We just let them churn and churn and churn and churn. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. We're still in this game. Now, if your backup quarterback is scoring 27 points, you need to be winning this game. The defense let us down. Tackling. Oh, my God, Scouse. You cannot one-arm tackle, not wrap up, lower with your head. Von Miller, for crying out loud. on the Algier touchdown. You know, Luvu's got him banged to rights, dead in the water for a 7-yard loss. Misses the tackle. Algier goes, okay, I'll move forward. Gets it almost into the end zone. The only person who's out there to tackle him in the flat is Von Miller. And what does Von do? I'll just lower my helmet. That's bullshit, mate. Wrap up and tackle. It's a fundamental skill. You either tackle or you don't tackle. We learn that as kids playing contact sport. Anyone who plays contact sport knows, you know and I know, the first thing you do in rugby is I'll learn how to tackle. If you put your head on the wrong side when you're tackling, you'll fucking know about it very quickly. You know, and you won't do it again. You know what I mean? And it's not just, well, I just do that in playing rugby. You know, as a goalkeeper in football, you go out, you smother the ball, you know how it works. Why are we not tackling? Is it down to pre-season? Is it down to the way that players have been protected through the CVA? What is it?
I think there's definitely an element to that. I definitely think there's an element. You know, you can't do many true tackling drills, and you know, tackling should have full speed, full power.
Unless you're doing these joint practices.
Yeah, and then obviously, as you know, the teams keep those players out of the games if they're doing those practices. So, because, you know, again, I understand trying to save up the players, but the thing is, as you say, that you've got to teach the fundamentals, man. It has to be. But to be fair, these guys should actually already know the fundamentals. They've been around for a long, long time. You know, they've played football since they were 7 years old. You know what I mean? Like 8 years old. Okay, you don't learn tackling perfectly then, but you tend to learn it when you're in high school / college. And by the time you get to the NFL, you should be actually a pretty damn good tackler. Being honest, you should be. And
that's what baffles me, mate. Is these, as you said, these kids have gone through all high school, college, the whole lot, and you go, okay, you've gone through it all. How can you not tackle? How, fundamentally, if you're a linebacker, your job is to tackle. Surely that's your job, is it not?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest jobs, probably the main job of a linebacker, is to tackle. But the thing is, as well, is that I've seen a few guys though. You're always trying to go for that kind of, you know, like ridiculous tackle where you're just trying to knock the ball out and stuff like that.
Yeah, the peanut punch, all that sort of stuff.
Or trying to do something different. And it's just like, no, mate, just tackle them for 3 yards. You know, we can live to fight another day on the next play. You know what I mean? No, let's try and do something like that. Doesn't force the fumble, and then the guy runs for like 15, 20 because you missed the tackle. It's like, mate, no, just take the tackle. And then let's say live to fight another day for the next play. You know,
it's exactly it.
They're not doing it, man. It's pissing me off.
Deluxe says all teams have holes. This team got beat in a game plan and execution. They'll learn from this and bounce back. I really hope so. James also says, what do you think of Payne on Sunday? Seemed to have a solid game from what I remember. I think Payne's having an excellent season. Got to be honest. I think he's doing well. It is mad, though, that when he needs money and he's in a contract year, or he's got no guaranteed money, I'm gonna play my arse off. I don't mind if that's the mercenary that Daron Payne is going to be. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I think, yeah, exactly. I don't have a problem with that. If that's what he wants to do, then fair play, mate. I ain't got an issue with that. As long as you're gonna stand up and you're gonna produce for me. I also think having John Allen away from the team has helped Daron Payne. I know it sounds stupid. You know, they're Alabama teammates, the best mates. Nope. Maybe one was living in the shadow of another one, and you had that almost that. I see this guy every day. I've seen this guy every day for 10 years. I'm fucking sick of him now. Do you know what I mean? It might be. You just don't know, do you? But it's like,
it's true.
I'm fucking sick of him now.
They did fight. One time they fought.
Yeah, they did fought on the sideline. Yeah. That's right, against Dallas. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, it's just brothers in each other. No, mate. Something got said there and Alan didn't like it. You know what I mean? And it was... Correct. Yeah.
But then
that's the thing.
I think Kinlaw coming in has actually been a very good signing. Better than we thought.
He's been solid. He's definitely been solid. I say again against the standard run plays. He's been good. He's been good against it. I say we've been pretty good up until last week with actual true running backs. But obviously Bijan came along and then started destroying us again, didn't he? But
he did indeed.
I'm trying to find the stats of what he actually did.
Yeah, I can get it up, mate.
Because he's because I know he was something like I know he killed us on like the pass plays on the flats, but he had 17 attempts, 75 yards, average of 4.4.
Yeah, 4.4.
Yeah,
Which isn't actually that high.
No.
4.4 a carry.
But it's actually one of his lesser games. To be fair, this season. Last week he got average 5.5 per carry, and the Vikings week was 6.5 per carry. But it's the receiving bit I want to see. I can't see the receiving bit. I can only see 4 receptions, but I reckon he got like some serious yardage on those 4 receptions.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one, mate.
Yeah, receiving. Let's see if we can find him in the receiving. Yeah, 4 receptions for 106 yards. So,
yeah, that's not good.
So I knew he killed us on the ground. Average of 26.5, longest 69 yarder. So I'm saying he killed us in the receiving end of it. But again, what was he up against? Wagner in coverage.
Yeah,
it really works well. Put one of the most dynamic running backs up against a guy who's on the way out, who was never good in coverage in the first place. It's just awfulness by Joe Witt scheming and play calling.
Now we knew Joe Witt's seat was hot. We said that before the season even started. It has to be, doesn't it? It really does. I don't want to dog someone. I don't want to get on their back. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, that's wrong. This is wrong. But it's had time to fix this. Do you think it's time for DQ to take play calling away?
I think you might have to. I mean, I think you'll give it another game. I think you'll give it the Chargers game, and if you get toasted again, I think.
Can you imagine the meltdown if Benjamin St. Just catches an interception?
Yeah, St. Ghost. He's no chance.
Burnt toast. We both got a burnt toast artist.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, we've got no receivers who can burn him.
That's
the problem. I mean, Jalen Lane's got the speed,
fit.
but I mean, you wouldn't see Jalen over the top, on the outside, where St. Ghost will be. Well, if that matchup happens, I'm taking that shot. I'm taking that deep shot.
Do you think the problem as well is that Mikey Samuel, no offense to him, he's not been very good this season. Even that interception, I'll be honest with you, you look back at it, and Jesse pointed this out, and it's true. It's a poor throw from Penix. If you actually watch the trajectory of that throw and you watch it right, that throw goes over the top of Samuel's head, and it's a touchdown. It's a guaranteed touchdown. But the way it's came out from the trajectory from the quarterback, from Penix, it's a poor throw, which has meant, this is where we've ended up. We've picked him off. Yeah, it's great to pick him off, but Samuel's in the wrong position. He's caught in no man's land, and it's like, hang on a minute, what are you doing? So we've almost gone, well, okay, you were a great corner, nickel corner, big nickel, whatever you want to call it. You were the slot guy. You were inside, and you're like, great at Michigan, fantastic player. We've played you outside. You played really well outside in your rookie season. Now we've moved you back into your natural position. It's almost as if you're a rookie again, because you've got to get back to that speed and understand. Okay, yeah, defensively, I'm on a different part of what I'm doing, and I'm in the slot now.
The thing is, do you think it's just a case of position, or do you think it's a case of
scheme,
play calling and scheme?
Yeah, probably play calling and scheme. You know what I mean?
They're not utilising our players and at their biggest strengths. Like I mentioned before, they're playing guys not our position, but out of actual scheme. They're not scheme fits at the moment. Last season, Mikey was playing outside. And we know he's not really an outside corner, but he played really, really well.
He did, yeah.
But it suited his system. It suited the way that he played the game. He was aggressive and stuff like that. And we were more aggressive on defense last year. Even though we couldn't stop the run, but against the pass, we were solid.
I don't want to be hearing communication issues again.
That is happening still.
This is, but this is not. This is not the Ron Rivera era. You know what I mean? No. But we're hearing, I'm not communicating. There's this, there's that. No, you know what I mean? What are we playing at? What are we playing at here?
Yeah, ball is life. I mean,
ball is life. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Not in this defense, it isn't. I'll tell you that.
No, it clearly isn't.
Yeah, there's just no fire, mate. There's no fire. The only fire that I ever see is when Revo comes on, when he gets a few snaps. He's the only guy laying the wood. When you see a tackle and actually a proper guy actually hitting and being tackle properly. It's when Revo's doing it, and he gets caught sometimes with a couple of penalties because he's a bit too aggressive with it. But I want to see that. I want to see that actual fire. I want to see, laying the wood at times. It could be a nasty team or anything, but just show a bit more aggressiveness because we're not at the moment. We're not playing aggressively in any way. That includes the offense as well. We're not playing very aggressively in general.
Positive spin time. Some of the injuries are coming back. We've scored 75 points in 2 games with a backup quarterback and no real wide receiver threat whatsoever. Let's be honest. And then the run game's been pretty good over the last 2 games. But the problem I found in Atlanta is we went away from that. There wasn't design runs for Marcus Mariota, and when there was design runs for Marcus Mariota, it was too late. And you just think, no, come on, Cliff, you need to get a little bit more in your bag here. But this game wasn't won or lost on the offense. I can't really fault what happened there. It's all about the defense. It's all about the defense.
The pick was ill-timed, I'll tell you that. But I think every pick is ill-timed, isn't it, really?
Of course it is.
Let's face it, So it's it's a painful one, man, because I'd say we've put points on the board, but we haven't got the wins. There's only Green Bay who battered us, really. Green Bay battered us.
Oh, absolutely.
Inside and out, inside defense, but the other games, we've been in it.
But I want to go back to that, and this is the funny one, because do you think then that the whole month of September football, you can just discount it? Because I'm looking at this league and thinking there's too many injuries. There's so many people who are fucking injured, gone all over the place. Broken legs. Tyreek Hill's leg here. It looked like a Kit Kat the other night. I mean, I was like, that is just,
have a break, have a Kit Kat.
it was horrendous. I mean, that was my leg. That was like my leg. That was pretty much what I did. I think he's done ACL, MCL, PCL all at the same time, and he displaced patella. So I was
probably LCL. He's probably done all his ligaments, mate.
He's probably done all his ligaments. I mean, when it's like that, that's
dangling
not
the other way.
That's not a good look. That's not a good look.
Nope.
But
12 to 18 months, I reckon, for Tyreek. Being honest,
he's out of the he's out of he's out of Miami, isn't he? Let's be honest. That's done.
Is his contract up this year? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely gone there, and as I say, he's probably going to be. I say 12 to. I think it could even take 18 months. To get back from that properly. That's how bad that injury is. Because I say even the broken femur would make your leg look like that. It's still you're back way before. But when you rip all your ligaments like that, it's a fucking nightmare. It's worse than breaking your leg like that in that position. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So
and then so do you think that it's because there's no preseason, players aren't playing? This whole first month is kind of a lie. Used to say week 1's a lie, you're going to get strange results. We're still getting strange results now. I mean, a tie, 40-40, Cowboys, Green Bay. The Green Bay game before that, they lay an egg. It's like Baltimore get absolutely smoked. And it's like, hang on a minute, what? And I mean, when you look at our run game...
The Chargers lost to the Giants. I mean, that's another one.
There's another one. The Bear, who did Green Bay get beat by? The Browns, that was it. What? What's going on? You're seeing games where it's like block field goals, all sorts of things are happening throughout these first 4 weeks of the season, and it's like I can't even trust any September football. I don't know about you, mate. What do you think?
Well, I think I don't know. Can you not trust it? I kind of understand what you're saying, but I mean, it's like anything. I mean, the first part of the season's always a bit like. Well, you can definitely ruin yourself on getting to the playoffs.
Yeah.
In the first month, 6 weeks. But as long as you're kind of living and about it, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? As long as you're not like 0-4, then you're fine. If that makes sense. But it's one of them for me. It's of course, it's early season. We can catch up. But as you say, injuries happen. Injuries happen all the time. And I understand the sentiment. Oh, well, injury can happen anytime, But as you say, if you're not conditioned properly, you haven't done the conditioning properly, you got a higher chance of getting hurt. And we're talking like not nasty injuries. Obviously, the Tyreek one's just unlucky. His legs hyperextended as the guy was on his other leg, and just how unfortunate. Those ones are unfortunate. You can't really protect yourself on them ones. That just happens. But there's loads of like, these other injuries that you're out for a week or this or that or 2 weeks, and if they were actually conditioned, they wouldn't be hurt in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Which they're the more ones I'm more annoyed about. It's like the Worthy injury, the shoulder injury. he ran into Kelsey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was something like you can't scheme for that. You can't. He wasn't expecting. As a coach, you're going to go, oh, you know what? I'm going to condition my guy to take a hit from his own player. So sometimes it's just unfortunate, but yeah, I get your point, but I still got to take some of it. I say as long as you're not 0-4, you're midway 2-2 like we are. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah, James is saying here, Bills are the only legit team right now, maybe the Lions. I don't disagree with you, mate. I think Green Bay are still a very good side.
Well, the thing is, I mean, look at the Eagles. They haven't been legit world beaters. Still win every game.
It's true. And if you win games where you're poor,
that's a sign of a good team, isn't it? We say that in football.
Yeah, of course it is. That's all you can. That's all you can do.
I mean, you just beat what's in front of you, and that's what they've done, even if they haven't been impressive.
So let's get to. We're now at the end of the month, Scouse. We're into October. It's the 1st of October today. If you'd have looked and said Jaden's missed 2 games, you haven't had Terry. You're 2-2. Would you have taken that?
Yeah, I probably would have. To be fair,
I probably would too.
Because when you look at the schedule, I'd say we'd have lost to Green Bay away after a short week.
Yeah, I would have done too.
And
absolutely.
I mean, the only one I could say, could we have won this one? Would have been this game, just gone, the Atlanta game. Because I thought we'd beat the Giants and I thought we'd beat the Raiders because the Raiders aren't it at the moment. Like they're still in rebuild. So for me, I wasn't scared of them. So I knew we'd definitely guaranteed 2 wins there. And we got the wins that we should have got. And then this was the 50-50 game I thought was the Atlanta game. And obviously we didn't win it, but we had a few injuries and stuff like that. And we just, again, poor defense. So there's loads of excuses, obviously. But so am I upset with a 2-2? Not really. It could have been 3-1. Sure, I'd have been nicer, but it is what it is. What do you think?
We'll get into I'm complete agreement with you, mate. Especially when you factor in and if you just said to me in hindsight, you haven't got your QB and you haven't got your top receiver, I'd have been like, yeah, okay.
And you've been willing back, by the way.
Yeah, true.
Going out injured as well.
Eckler going out as well. Yeah, you got to think that one too. Mm-hmm. We'll get into the Chargers preview then, mate. The Chargers are currently 3-1 on top of the AFC West. However, they have the injury bug exactly the same as we do, and quite a serious injury bug, mate. So going out of the game that they just played against the Giants, which they lost, Will Disley, their tight end, is questionable. Darius Davis, wide receiver, is questionable. Mekhi Becton looks like he's out. So that's their right guard. They're playing him at right guard. And Joe Alt is absolutely out for the game, diagnosed with a high ankle sprain on Monday. So he won't be playing for a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks. Their IR is a murderer's row of IR. I mean, Najee Harris, Rashawn Slater, Josh Fuaga, Junior Colson, Khalil Mack, Denzel Perryman, Dean Leonard, Jordan Oluokun, Eric Rogers, and Josh Harris are all on the
Josh
IR.
Harris?
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. Good old snapper. Playing for Chargers.
Yeah, he's a long snapper. So
they've
got quite a lot on
I want to be a long snapper, couldn't he?
Yeah, he probably could, to be fair.
Josh Harris. But
long drinker, but there you go. Yeah.
I mean, there's some players there, mate. There's some players they've lost there.
When you look at Slater, you look at Joe Alt as well. That's 2 big offensive linemen. Mekhi Becton's doubtful at playing, or at least he's going to maybe attempt to play through.
Khalil Mack as well.
Khalil Mack's massive.
There's some the big ones there, to be fair, and I mean the thing is, what I'm shocked about really is how little they've used the receiver. What's his name now?
Johnson.
No. He's good. I think he's legit. To be fair, Quentin Johnson. Who's the other guy? They plays in the slot. Rookie last year. Oh, what's his goddamn name? He's really good as well. But he McConkey. Lad McConkey.
Yeah, lad. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, Lad McConkey. Yeah, but he's done nothing this year. He's been available, just hasn't done much. So that's obviously on either the play calling or whatever. So, because what we know about Herbert is that he takes deep shots. He's looking for that deep shot and nearly every single play. He's looking for that first. That's his first read every time is deep. he relies on his O-line to keep him protected long enough to get these guys deep. Now you mentioned a few injuries to that O-line. So Alton, Becton, and Fuaga. Was it Fuaga you mentioned?
Yeah, he's injured,
well?
And
so again, you got three linemen
there. And Rayshon
Slater
is on the IR.
She got four, so you got basically 4 starting offensive line out. You know what I mean? So, but he still looks for it. That's why he gets sacked a lot. Still, Herbert still gets sacked a lot. But that's only because he's looking for that deep shot. And against us, it's perfect to go for the deep shot. It's perfect to go against us.
So James says, despite the injuries, I'm terrified of Herbert and Quentin Johnson.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree. I understand. And that is the key to the game for them. They are going to look to burn us. They're going to look to play deep. They're going to play against the pass. And what have we done the last 2 games? We've been horrible against the pass. Mm-hmm. We really have. Yeah. We've been awful. So what changes in a week? And what do we need to do to win this game, Scouse?
Well, I mean, it's hard to change a scheme in a week. So it's going to be the same old from the defense. The only thing you could do is obviously try to be a little bit more, hopefully a bit more aggressive with the play calling, and just get after Herbert and just take the risk of the one-on-one over the top and stuff like that. Because otherwise, he'll just gash us with McConkey through the middle. Now imagine McConkey up against Wagner in coverage. It's game over. You know what I mean? It's game over. So this is why he needs to change that. He needs to make sure that Wagner's never in coverage ever again. That's what he needs to do. They'll scheme a way of doing that. I mean, to be fair, I think Bobby's best game was against the Raiders, and he got 2 sacks.
Yeah, it was.
That means he's blitzing. See what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. He was blitzing. He's actually in the box area and going forward, reading the quarterback. That's what he's good at. Utilize him in what his strengths is. He's also our best tackler probably as well on defense. So utilize it. Don't fucking throw him out on the wide. Find your identity and stick with it. No matter what that is. If we are literally a coverage team and we're all about zone and all this crap, then that's fine. But we don't know what we are, and I think
that's it.
We need to get an identity and stick with it. Whatever they decide to do with it.
Do you think you see more wide, more linebacker sets, 3 linebacker sets? More McGee, more Cahill, Madrano.
But as you say, they don't rate them. Deep down, the coaches don't rate them. So
I think they do rate McGee, but we don't see.
They rate him. He'd be on the field. You always find a way to get good players on the field.
Do you then blitz more with Frankie Levu? Then is that where we're going?
To be fair, I like the way B-Wag was splitting against the Raiders. I like that. So why not utilize a bit more of that? Everyone knows that Luvu's most of pass rusher now. That's what they trying to utilize him mostly as. But he hasn't been anywhere near effective this year. So it's kind of like, let's get him back into actual linebacker positions and then let's see what he's about and then maybe do a delay blitz with him, stuff like that. So there'll be more of a gap to run through him. He's fast enough to make it up. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think we could be more aggressive on defense. We really do. Because if you let Herbert stand there all day, he will dice you up. It doesn't matter whose receivers are. He will dice you up. So you've got to get in his face, especially with those loads of injured linemen they've got. You've got to get at them, man. You've got to dial up the pressure. You got to blitz a lot. And I don't think we will. I don't think we will, but I think that's what we should be doing.
Don't disagree with that. We'll get into our fan questions then, mate. So Paul Fiander Turner has sent one in. He said, if we slip to 2-3 at the weekend, does AP have to look to next season already and try and trade out players for draft picks?
I mean, the problem is that most of our guys are on 1-year deals.
Yeah.
So who's going to trade for them? I mean, if you could get something, it'd be a 7th rounder, 6th rounders. You're not going to get many picks really for guys now. No. You're just not. I mean, and then obviously you got your potential rookie guys. Your Sam Straws that some might give you something decent for. But wouldn't you want him on your team instead?
Yeah, especially on a rookie deal, you're not gonna trade
exactly.
That away.
So the ones that are worth a bit more draft value, you're not going to get rid of, are you? So because if you do, you totally rip up the whole squad.
And that's it, I mean, you look and you could say, well, Daron Payne's having a good season. He's got some trade value. Yep, I get that. But then you're losing Daron Payne. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
and then everybody else is kind of on 1 year deals, as you said.
Yeah, so there's not a lot really that we've got availability of actually trading a player. No, who would trade for Lattimore right now?
No,
Nobody. So who have you got besides your rookies that people go, I'd like a bit of that.
Marcus Mariota.
Go through the team. Go through the squad. Mariota's on a 1 year deal. So keep going with who have you got? Terry. Potentially, even then, it's like he's injured, and so at the moment he's out, as in like from being traded. Really, who else have we got? Trade stock besides rookies, as I say, who's actually worth probably some decent picks. There's nobody.
No.
Now Jaden will get you a lot, obviously, but you wouldn't get with his star franchise quarterback.
Christ, no. Laramie Tunsil, you're not going to get rid of because he's
you just traded. We just traded two mid rounders for him. We just traded 2 mid rounders for him, so it's not like amazing, draft capital. If you try to trade them out, you're probably looking to get a 4. So again, that's not going to do much. Yeah. But James, trade Mariota to the Bengals or Hendrickson. Yeah, of course, mate. But now he signed his new deal, mate. He's not going anywhere, is he? So
well, he didn't sign a new deal technically. They just gave him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. They only give him a bump up in pay for this year, wasn't it, or something? Mm-hmm. Yeah, good potential. But the thing is, I mean, with Jaden being hurt, would you really want to trade Mariota at this moment?
Christ, no. Sam Hartman, no. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, we've seen how bad Sam Hartman is in the preseason. I mean, we've seen how bad that was. And Josh Johnson, 38-year-old nomad. You know what I mean? Like, it's just. I
suppose in some ways the only place you could probably look at trade value, you would say, is the running back room, and we need every single one of them.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you look at so you're running back room. So JCM is a rookie.
Yeah.
Chris Rodriguez is on 1 year deal. McNichols on 1 year deal.
That's it.
So this is what I'm trying to say. It's like who's going to go out there and go, you know what? Damn, I really want that player from you, who's not a rookie in our team.
I suppose the only two players we've got on extended deals is
got Kinlaw. 1 year deals. Who?
Is the only ones I can think of is Kinlaw, who's on a longer deal, and you've just traded, but you've just signed him to a larger deal.
No one's going to want him, even though he's played well.
No one's going to want him,
but no one's going to be there. So,
and that's it.
That's what I'm saying. Like we don't have a lot of players you can go, you know what? Yeah, let's just trade this guy and get something back. Besides, because everyone knows a 1 year deal. Well, that's going to make the 6th or 7th round at best, and that's if you're lucky.
Yeah. Very true.
And that's the reason why we got with Brian Robinson for 4th. I think that's the reason why, because he was on last year's deal, and a 4th was quite a good deal. I thought 4th, we've got a lot of running backs, we can get away with it. And then obviously Eckler went out and all the rest of it, and kind of knackered up that plan. But that's the thing, like tight end, Zach Ertz, 1 year deal. You know,
Bates. He's just
signed a new 2 year. Oh, he got a 2 year extension, didn't he? So he's got 3 years. Mm-hmm. But again, he's a great blocking tight end. But is someone going to go out and say, "I'll give you a second rounder for him"? No, they're not. No. Like no one's going to do that. So it's like if you're looking to get with a Bates 5th rounder, 4th if you're very lucky. You know, who else have you got? Allegretti, no. Biadish, okay, Biadish has got one. You could potentially go for him. He might be worth something. But do you really want to get rid of your starting centre? And he's not old. Don't think so. I wouldn't want to get rid. I wouldn't want to get rid of him, and especially we've got playing backup, which is Alashiti and Peter in the fucking.
No shitty.
Alashiti, yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we've got too many bad players, man. We've got too many bad players. And Wiley, last year on his deal as well. Okay, as I say, you've got nobody with real trade value besides Jaden, you're never going to get rid of. So,
his next question from Paul, he said, "How will Ron Rivera be able to hold his microphone up on Sunday in the commentary box when his arms are folded for the entire game?"
It's easy, man. Just give him those little mics that stick on his collar. If he sound.
Have you seen though that Ron is doing the commentary for the radio? Yeah, he's doing the national radio commentary for this game. So, yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, if I was the fans, I'd be shouting, "It's all your fault. It's all your fault."
Well, don't forget, I can see why they put him on that, to be honest, because I say he's from San Diego, isn't he? Which is obviously where the Chargers
Well,
were originally.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So, and then obviously with us, with our shite. So I understand why they probably want him on there. But he's definitely going to be a Chargers fan more than us.
100%.
100%.
Next question is from Richard Cameron. He said, "How do we fix the defense in this defensive mess in a week?" Question mark. Why is our tackling so bad? Question mark. Should DQ take over the DC reins? Now we've probably already answered this, but Richard, to be fair, but we'll go over it. I mean, how do you fix this defense in a week? I don't think you can, Scouse.
I don't think you change the scheme. I just think I think you just utilize the plays that you've got that are your more attacking ones and just go at them. Just become aggressive on defense. I don't mean stupidity, pulling face masks and all that. I'm talking like actually aggressiveness, getting to the quarterback and just go not all out blitz every single time, but why not? Why not try something different? At the moment, we're just getting toasted anyway. So why not try something different? I'd rather be more aggressive than passive. You know what I mean?
Why is our tackling so bad? Not conditioned, not learning,
not
conditioned, training.
They don't do it. They don't just. You can tell they just don't. They don't really train it.
Tackle.
They don't really teach it. Yeah.
Don't teach it. You've got tackle. Surely you've got tackle bags. Surely you've got ways of teaching.
Yeah, but a tackle bag is a tackle bag, isn't it? It's different when you're hitting a player,
a real person. No,
yeah, a full blast. He's coming at you full speed, and you're going at full speed at him. It's different again, you know. And obviously, you at the end of the day, you're trying to protect yourself. You don't want to get hurt because you know these guys. But the problem is that when you go that way, that's when you do get hurt.
That's when you do get hurt. Absolutely, we're always told that. We're always told that too.
You always got to go in hard. You always got to go in full good technique, a full power. Don't be scared. Because if you do, that's when you get hurt. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Should DQ take over the DC reins? You said.
I think genuinely believe. I think after this game, I think if we concede another, say, 30-odd points, 40 points, I think I think Witt might not get fired, but I think DQ might take over the play calling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because he loves Witt, and it's his boy, so he's not going to fire him. But he could definitely relieve him of duties, as in, you are not now calling the game. You know what I mean? So, but then, does DQ really want to do that? Does he really want to put himself on that chopping block? Because at the moment, he's safe. You know, no one's looking at Dan Quinn saying, let's get rid of him.
But at the end of this season, if you continue the way you're going...
Well, we will. If we finish like in the top 8 again, or top 6 pick, then his head's going to be... Well, people will be talking about it then, I think. But I think he's got a lot of leeway.
I don't think they'll be talking necessarily about DQ. They might be saying there's two sides of this, the way it's played out. You know, you never know how we're going to go. But if the trajectory on offense is very good and we continue to score 27 plus points, you can say Cliff Kingsbury's offense is working. He'll probably leave for a head coaching gig.
Yep.
And then you go in, right, well, we've lost Cliff. Who steps up into that mantle? Yes, we've done this whole succession planning. You know what I mean? It's there, it works, which is great. But if you look at this defense, and you say, yeah, Din, you've got loads behind it. You know, then you go, well, okay, what are we doing defensively? Oh, it's now turned out to be the worst, passing defense. Oh, what were they the year before? The worst run defense. I mean, there's a problem. So that means that he is going to get fired. But do you wait till the off season to do that?
Yeah, and I think that's where with. And this is it depends what DQ really, really wants to do. He says that he wants to win. He wants to win every time. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, if that's the case, then there's no tanking going on. So for me, it's like, well,
I don't think that's an issue at all. I think we are firmly in this window.
If I'm DQ, I've been telling him this week. I mean, look, mate. I said, you've got next game to save your ass. I said because your play call, and your scheming is just not good enough. Like you need to really change it up, man. And I'll let you totally do the whole game. I'm not going to get in your ear, nothing. So, but you need to be showing me that you've got something because this defense isn't cutting it, and we've got good players. Talent-wise, before injuries, is actually not a bad defense. It's not strength and depth. We know it's shit, but in general, it's not a bad. It's better than giving up 30-odd points a game to a second-year player that basically didn't put any points on the board the week before. So, so for me, it's kind of like, look, man, you need to sort that out. You need to show me that you can really make a big change to this defense. and if you're not doing it, you're not going to get fired. But I'm taking over play calling.
Yeah, I get that. And then we'll assess it further down the line.
And we'll assess it. But if that happens, he's gone by the end of the year. We know Witt's gone.
Maybe even before that. So, maybe before that, someone steps in.
I say he's his boy though, so I can't see him firing him because he's not that kind of guy.
And it's weird when you listen to him. You're getting so fired up last season. You're like, this is my opportunity. I've been wanting this gig.
Yeah.
I've been ready for this
for
so many
years
ago.
Blah blah blah.
Well, but then that now makes me think. Hang on, why haven't you had this gig? If you've been around the league for so long, at Green Bay, at Dallas, at Falcons, around here, around there, you've been everywhere with Dan Quinn. You've been everywhere. You've gone out on your own at Green Bay.
He should
You've
be
gone
like
out at Dallas. He should be a defensive coordinator. Absolutely. And maybe it's not all on him. Maybe it's his positional coaches that aren't doing the business.
Well, if that's the case, though, Witt would obviously destroy them, and then. Because at the end of the day, it's Witt's name on the line. It's not going to be the position coach's job that's on the line. It's going to be his. So he's got to make sure that it is a tightly run ship and it is exactly how he wants it.
Falcons fired a positional coach, and look what happened to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is it Ike Hilliard or something like that?
Ike Hilliard, yeah, they got rid of him.
Was he a receivers coach?
Yes, he was, and I think he was with us for a while, wasn't he, as well? Ike Hilliard.
I do recognise the name. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah,
I think he was as a coach or he was a player years ago.
No, he was a coach under Ron Rivera.
Oh, really? Another one with loser.
Yeah,
right, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, this is it. You see, it's there's levels to this game, and at the end of the day, these coaches aren't cutting it. These Ron Rivera trees is not cutting it.
There you go. Final question from Richard, and it's the final one of the night. He said, "Are any of you boys going to the London games?"
I'm not, I've got nothing planned, but I'm not. I've not got anything. I don't think there's a game that I really want to go and watch. So
you went last year, didn't you, to the London
game? Which one was it?
Minnesota, was it last year you went to? Spurs? No, it's Wembley, I think you went to.
Wembley. Yeah. Met up with Alid.
You met up with Alid, didn't you? Yeah.
Alid and Chile and that, yeah. So I kind of met up with those guys. Yeah, I think it was Wembley. It was Wembley because I was stuck in the clouds and I felt sick. So yeah, that's why I didn't remember the game too much. But damn you, Heights. Damn you, fear of Heights.
I am going. I am going to the Jags game. My wife has told me I have to take her to see the Jags, so we are going down to watch the Jags against the Rams. I will be there, and weirdly enough, Alid has a seat directly next to me, the exact next seat along. So yeah, that's quite interesting. And he bought his tickets 2.5 hours after I bought mine. So
shows that nobody was buying tickets, mate.
Mate, I know.
This might be the first time you'll see a lot of spaces.
I don't think you'll see it. I don't necessarily think you'll see it at Wembley because the tickets aren't too bad, as in price wise. They weren't hugely expensive. They were marketed by the Jaguars, so it's under their pricing plan because obviously Shad Khan owns Wembley Stadium, so it was £68 a ticket, which is nothing.
That's okay. That's fine.
In the grand scheme of things, the view's pretty good. Not that bothered at all by it. However, the Spurs game that's taking place next week, early game, I think we'll see a lot of space still. From what I'm hearing from the likes of Kelly from the UK Browns group, she's saying there is still 10,000 plus tickets still available.
Wow.
Which is a shame because normally it's they're snapped up.
Only sold and that's snapped up. Yeah. That's the thing. If you keep continuing to increase the prices, you've got to bring the better teams. That's what I've always said.
And you've got to get real as well with this market. This is the first time this market has felt like, we're not taking the shit anymore because it's so expensive to move and to go down there. It's not just about the ticket cost. It's about the day. It's about accommodation. It's about train tickets. No one lives in London. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, more people travel to London to work than they do to actually come out of it, and that's what people don't understand. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful to London, but the best thing about London is when you're going home. And that's not me trying to be rude.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I don't like London. And it's not anyone's fault. It's too busy for me as a city. But at the same time, they're taking the piss out of people. You took people's season tickets or opportunities away as the NFL, and you said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna charge you through the roof." I mean, what was it? 140 quid for the nosebleeds at Tottenham? No.
Yeah, it's not. It's not right. And as I say, I always think it's like, okay, then if you want to charge top dollar, you better give us top dollar games.
Yeah.
No, you better give us like the Ravens against the Bills. You better give us some proper games like that. If you want to charge through the nose,
they're not going to do that, are they? They're not.
And
that's
that's the problem. So that's why it's like, well, that's why fans have had enough of that. I think, no, we're sick and tired of seeing Cleveland. We're sick and tired of seeing the Jets. You know what I mean? We've seen sick and tired. To be fair, we're even sick and tired of seeing the Jags. The difference is that Jags are. I understand why they got on the link. Got a link to the UK, but
what's Minnesota done now? 4 games in like 2-3 years. Minnesota, they've done like 4 games in 3 years. Just done Dublin, back-to-back international games. Just done Dublin, and now they've got London. It's like, and they were here last year, and it's like,
and that must be a reason of. I mean, I don't understand the reason. Like, why is it Minnesota? Because Minnesota don't they usually tend to fill the stadium?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
You know, so I understand. So I'm shocked that they would give up, because not all of them are going to be away games that they've given up. There will be a couple of home games they've given up to go to Ireland, to go to UK.
They might have to give up one. I mean, it's the Steelers game was the home team last week in Dublin.
Okay, so they give up a home game this time, though, but for this game coming up.
I can't
remember. And last year they said they came over as well, so it's kind of.
No, it's not. It's the Browns are the home team.
Browns are the home team, so they've gone 2 away games and got away with it.
Yeah.
See, that's lucky. That see a lot of teams don't even want to attempt it. You know, like we wouldn't be the UK, as in Washington. You know, last time we came here was 2016. It's the only time we've been here, and now we're going to Madrid, which is always cool. You know, don't be wrong, it's pretty cool to go to Bernabeu and all that, but it's kind of. There's some teams that come here all the time, and then there's some teams that don't come at all, or extremely rare, like the very bare minimum that they have to do. And
look at the Packers. How long did it take the Packers to do an international game? They were the last one.
They were the last team to do originally the first go around, but then haven't they been since?
No,
I'm sure they've been more than once.
Literally just once.
No, I'm sure they're more now. Sure, they've done recently this year, last year. I'll have to double check that, but either way,
unless it was the Eagles. Who did the Eagles play in Brazil?
Oh, okay.
No, it's the Chargers. It was the Chargers.
Chargers, yeah.
So no, they have. I think I'm pretty certain they've only done 1 international game, but I'd have to look back at that. So yeah, you're right. I mean, James has said that serves the scalpers right for scalping. Hope they have empty seats.
Yeah, I think it'll, because that's the last thing the NFL want is to see empty stadium or to see loads of spaces. That's the last thing they want to see.
There will be,
especially when it's nationally televised game.
There will be. I'm certain there will be. You know, I really am certain.
I'm hoping it makes a difference. Like, you know, for next year, maybe they might lower the price a little bit, or maybe they might bring us a better game, or who knows? You know, I'm hoping it changes the mind a little bit.
There you go. Eagles played the Packers in Brazil 2024. Thank you. I that's why Brazil came to my head for some reason.
Yeah.
So that would be another international one for you, Scouse. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I mean, we were meant to get Germany, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. But till a certain defensive end who does no longer plays for us came out with a few comments. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of put everything on the back burner, didn't it? Yeah, there's Mr. Hitler, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
you can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do
that.
No,
not then. I mean, now everyone's getting called Hitler nowadays, but them days,
you couldn't even mention his name for different reasons. Yeah, exactly.
Man. But yeah, it's madness that like. So that'd have been cool. Getting to see. Although we probably wouldn't have got a ticket at all.
We'd have never got a ticket.
Getting tickets in Germany is absolute.
Well, James
more gold dust than anything.
James, who's in our chat, will tell you. Obviously, he lives in Germany, and it's like, I think that he said there was like 480,000 people in the queue for the German game. I mean, it's
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just.
That's it. Yeah, because they are diehards of the game, because it came from
absolutely NFL Europe.
Yeah, because they didn't have 2 teams originally.
Rhine Fire was one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I can't remember the other one.
I can't remember. I'm sure there
was a Dutch team as well.
I'm sure they had 2 German teams though. I could be wrong though, but
you might be right. Yeah, so James here has said impossible to get tickets for Germany. I think it's packed with bots and huge demand from Germany and Poland. Okay, and let us know if we've missed the other old NFL Europe team. I remember Rhine Fire, but I can't remember the other one.
Yeah,
but there you go. Right, that just about does us, Scouse. Apart from predictions, mate, what are you saying?
I think we lose. I do. I think we lose. I think Herbert carves us up. I just don't think we're going to get enough pressure. I just don't think we're going to do what I want us to do on defense. I don't think they're going to be aggressive. I don't think they're going to try and take Herbert's head off, which is exactly what he should be doing. Because he does take a hit. He can't run. He's not very quick. I mean, he can run, but he's not quick by any means, if you know what I mean. But he can run a little bit. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, I think we lose. I think we lose 32-24, something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to give a score prediction, but I think we lose by at least 10.
10. So I said mine was 8. So yeah, at least a score, at least a full score. You know what I mean?
More than that. We're not. Look, if you're 10 points down against a shit Atlanta side, and let's be honest, when they're not a shit side, but you know what I mean by that, a side that you would expect to go out and beat. A lot of that game we were 10 points behind. This is going to be really, really tough. We both had it on our preseason predictions that this was a loss anyway, so I don't think.
Speaking of that, what was our predictions at this point?
At this point, we both. At this point, yeah,
we both.
We were both 3-1.
We thought we'd beat Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
we're both 3-1.
Yeah, because
I went the other way. I went Atlanta loss, and you and we will win the other. We win the other 3. You went the other way. You went the Atlanta was the one that you thought you'd win.
Yeah, and Green Bay would beat us. Yeah,
and Green Bay. Yeah, so. But it is what it is, mate. It's we're both on 3-1 at the moment, so we're not far off. But yeah,
it's one game out
there.
But now we're 2
inbounds.
Yeah. Now we're 2 and 3, man. That's gonna be pain. That So
it's gonna be.
I mean, we need to really get back on track now, and I really hope to God that they're not rushing Jaden back.
That's
really hope. I really, really hope not. But yeah, because I say I'm all about when a player's injured, playing these guys are injured. It's just not. It's not good for their careers. It's not good for us now. It's not good for them long term. Especially when you're thinking about this guy's going to be your guy for his whole career.
10+ years, 15
you know what I mean?
Years,
his whole 10 years. It's kind of a. Do you really want to blow out his knee early and ruin him like RG knee? Do you know what I mean? Do you really want to go down that route by pushing these guys to play on injuries and that's it? For me. It's always that cumulative effect because it is accumulation
PTSD
thing. Yeah, it's a PTSD thing, but also I see it from different teams. Like McCaffrey's always hurt. Because he's getting the ball all the time, and even when he's hurt, they still give him the ball. So he's still playing. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't really get a chance to heal. He doesn't really get a chance to actually, his career is going to be cut short. You know that he's probably got another couple of years left and he's done. Where if they looked after him, you probably could have got another 3-4 years, even 5 years out of him. But that's what I'm worried about with our star.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put
Frankfurt Galaxy. Yeah.
Frankfurt. There you go. Yeah.
Frankfurt Galaxy.
Show. You did say Frankfurt. I did say
Frankfurt. Yeah. I just can't remember the team's name, but yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
We'll be on the normal time next week, Thursday at 9 p.m. So yeah, we will tell you all about the Chargers, and we'll probably be drowning our sorrows then. But enjoy the game, Scouts, at the weekend.
Thanks, man.
And
you too.
yeah, I'll speak to you soon.
Bye.